Last year, we went on our first transatlantic cruise, and it was such an incredible experience that we've already booked 3 more. When we signed up for our first trip, we had no idea what to expect or how to properly prepare for it. After that cruise, we created a few YouTube videos about our experience, and they've become some of the most popular content that we've created on YouTube. We've received many questions about transatlantic cruising, and in this video, we will try to answer as many of those questions as possible. If we don't answer your question, leave it in the comments section below, and we'll do our best to answer it in a future video. So whether you're getting ready for your first transatlantic journey or you're a seasoned Atlantic traveler, we've got 15 essential pre-cruise tips to help you make the most of your voyage. Tip number 1, understand the weather. It's the question most often asked. What will the weather be like? The weather on transatlantic cruises can be unpredictable, especially since these cruises generally happen during the spring or fall. There's a chance you're going to encounter a few rough days at seas. Check the forecast closer to your sailing date and pack in layers to accommodate temperature, wind, and possible rain. Tip number 2, pack for a variety of climates. Since transatlantic cruising typically spans several regions, pack clothing for a variety of climates. You may start in warmer weather and end in cooler conditions, so having a mix of lightweight and warm clothes is essential. At the end of this video, I will list the items including clothing that we'll be packing for our upcoming transatlantic cruise. Tip number 3, consider seasick medication. Long stretches of sea days on the Atlantic can lead to some rough waters. Even if you don't normally get seasick, it's wise to bring some seasick medication or natural remedies just in case. Tip number 4, research the port of calls. Your transatlantic cruise will likely include stops at various ports. Do some research ahead of time. Learn about the local culture, the currency, and the top attractions. If necessary, pre-book excursions for popular destinations to avoid missing out. Check out what the cruise line has to offer. Search other sites that offer tours. Tip number 5, review your travel insurance. Ensure your travel insurance covers transatlantic cruises and the potential medical emergencies that can happen at seas. Medical evacuations can be costly, and it's better to have peace of mind in case of unexpected incidences. Tip number 6, prepare for long sea days. Transatlantic cruising often involves multi-days at sea. Pack some entertainment such as books, magazines, or even your tablet loaded with movies and shows to help pass the time in between the onboard activities. Tip number 7, download the cruise line's app. Many cruise lines offer apps with daily schedules and onboard maps. Download the app ahead of time to familiarize yourself with the features to make navigating the ship and planning your days much easier. Tip number 8, check passport and visa requirements. Ensure your passport is up to date and has at least 6 months of validity after the end of your trip. Some countries may also require visas, so check the requirements for each destination you'll be visiting on your cruise. Tip number 9, set up international roaming or a Wi-Fi plan. On board, the Wi-Fi works great but can be a bit expensive. Last year, it was around $23 Canadian per day for us. This year, it looks like it's about $25, and with transatlantic cruises lasting 12 to 14 days, those costs add up pretty quickly. Purchase an eSIM. We downloaded the Areola app and were able to get data in the United Kingdom and Spain last year. It worked great and was very easy to set up and was not that costly. Tip number 10, bring power adapters. If your cruise departs from one country and ends in a different country that uses different power outlets, pack the appropriate adapters to charge your devices in hotels and at your final destination. Also, if you're on Royal Caribbean, be aware of the new changes on what power adapters are allowed to be used on board. Tip number 11, stay hydrated during your cruise. Long days at sea can lead to dehydration. Shore excursions can be long and you might be doing a lot of walking. Bring a refillable water bottle with you to stay hydrated. The water on the ship is drinkable. Tip number 12, join online cruise groups. Cruise-specific forums or social media groups can be a great place to connect with other passengers, share tips, and get advice about your specific ship or itinerary. You might also meet people ahead of time for onboard meetups. Get a group together to organize a tour at port. That's something that we plan to do when we visit Valencia, Spain, and do a paella class. Tip number 13. Prepare for formal nights. Many transatlantic cruises include formal nights or dress your best nights. Check your cruise line to see what the dress code is and know what they expect. Tip number 14. Consider a pre-cruise hotel stay. Arrive at your departure city a day or two early to avoid any stress of the last-minute travel delays. This gives you time to explore the city and ensure that you won't miss your cruise. Tip number 15. Make a packing list. Create a detailed packing list to ensure that you don't forget anything important. Include the essentials like travel documents, medication, sunscreen, formal wear, and charges for electronic devices. In the description below, I put a complete list of the items that we have on our packing list. A travel cruise is a unique experience that offers ample time to unwind, explore, and enjoy life at sea. By following these pre-cruise tips, you'll set yourself up for a smooth, enjoyable crossing to make the most of your time on board. From packing the right gear to preparing for long sea days, planning is the key to a successful and memorable vacation. Thank you for watching. Bon voyage.
10-7. Shift.